Picture this, okay? It's 3 a.m. The whole house is totally asleep. The glow of your monitor is literally the only light in the room, and you're just randomly scrolling through a sketchy leaked internet drive. And then you stumble across a folder titled deleted_project 9984. Apparently, it's a Five Nights at Freddy's fan game that was supposed to be completely scrubbed from the internet. Well, this is exactly the wild scenario a streamer named Solus found themselves in, and today we're gonna break down their completely chaotic, hilarious, and genuinely terrifying playthrough of this forgotten digital artifact. Let's get right into the explainer and dive into the madness. Right off the bat, our guy is confronted with a README file, and the text inside, it literally just says, "Don't open, trust me." I mean, come on, let's really dive into this. That is a massive, glowing, neon red flag in the world of leaked internet drives, right? Solus even admits out loud that he probably just downloaded an actual virus that's gonna completely hack his PC and, in his own words, blow up the house. But hey, instead of deleting it, he makes the absolute big balling decision to click it anyway. You gotta respect doing it for the community. So I gotta ask you, what actually happens when you open deleted project 9984 at 3 a.m.? It is the ultimate digital temptation. We are about to tag along with Solus on this micro-hero's journey straight into the depths of a deeply cursed, deeply broken horror game. A journey that is absolutely packed with glitches, mind-bending puzzles, and just pure adrenaline. Which brings us to Section 1, The Descent, Skill Issues and Jump Scares. Now, what's really interesting here is the stark contrast between what we expect and what this mod actually delivers once we enter the building. And by the way, the game literally spells building B-I-L-D-I-N-G. Classic. In a typical horror game of the genre, you're usually crammed into tight spaces, frantically checking security cameras to track whatever's coming for you. But this mod, it completely throws that out the window. Solus enters a security office and there are absolutely no cameras. The whole environment is way too spacious, it feels super weird, the animatronics are walking agonizingly slow, and the game itself is just intensely glitching out. It's totally designed to make you feel out of your element, subverting all those standard horror tropes to build some real deep-seated anxiety. And speaking of glitching out, almost the second he spawns in, Solus realizes something is very wrong with his character model. His virtual arm is just bent at this bizarre 90-degree angle. He playfully calls out the developer, basically asking, "Why am I holding my flashlight with a broken wrist?" He immediately writes it off as a massive skill issue right off the rip. It perfectly sets this incredibly funny, slightly absurd tone right before the actual horror kicks in. Honestly, the early encounters in this game are just a rapid-fire sequence of completely bizarre events. First, he finds a key inexplicably sitting in the car holes of a delivery truck. And the exact moment he stops to question why it's there, boom, he endures a massive, terrifying jump scare that genuinely gets him. But for sure, the absolute highlight of this early run is when he encounters Spring Bonnie. Because instead of a slow, menacing walk, Spring Bonnie is literally Naruto running at him. It's so good. Solus is simultaneously terrified and totally geeking out, literally yelling at the animatronic to stop Naruto running. Moving right along to Section 2, the puzzle, cracking the plushie code. So the pure jump scares take a backseat for a minute here, because survival now completely relies on solving this deeply trippy hidden puzzle. To pull this off, the player has to use what's basically a mask mechanic. Putting on this mask is literally the only way to see the real world in this leaked build. When Solus equips it, he gets instantly warped from the diner into this super weird bathroom environment. His reaction? He straight up tells his chat that he is actually tweaking right now and glitching to the moon. It is a completely disorienting shift. So the crucial point here is understanding the logic of this bizarre puzzle room. Solus spots a code written on the wall listing 4 names: Freddy, Bunny, Chica, and Foxy. To crack it, you have to follow a very specific sequence. Step 1, you put on the mask to enter the bathroom. Step 2, you have to physically find the corresponding animatronic plushies hidden around that room. And step 3, you read the specific numbers printed on those plushies to piece together the final wall code. Simple enough, right? While he's frantically tearing the room apart, he starts uncovering the values. He grabs the Freddy plushie, which gives him a 2. Chica is a 0. Bonnie is also a 0. But keep in mind, he's not just solving a Sudoku in peace here. Solus is actively getting pressed by Bonnie the entire time, dodging what he calls Bonnie's moonwalking attacks, and yelling at the animatronic to take that moonwalk out of there so he can just finish gathering the numbers. Finally, putting all the clues together, he confidently punches in the final code, 2-0-0-2. And with a massive wave of suspense relieving excitement, it actually works. The secret boarded-up door swings wide open. I mean, his reaction here is just absolutely priceless. He hits the chat with the ultimate badge of honor, yelling, "I cooked! Uncle Solus is cooking!" It's this hilarious, triumphant moment of puzzle-solving victory, smack in the middle of a deeply cursed 3 a.m. virus game. And that brings us to our final section, Section 3, the escape, double chased to the end. So, the puzzle is solved, the door is open, but trust me, the danger is far from over. We are now transitioning from analytical puzzle solving into pure adrenaline-fueled life-or-death survival. Solus starts cautiously advancing, doing what he calls baby peeking around the corners because he knows something bad is coming. He finds a kitchen, he secures a crowbar, and suddenly, a new ominous objective flashes on the screen. It simply says, "Dispose of trash." And let me tell you, the second this objective appears, all hell breaks loose. Turns out, the trash he needs to dispose of are the plushy memories, and he has to burn them. But out of nowhere, he is being actively double chased by both Freddy and Bonnie. Solus is screaming, talking a mile a minute, calling himself a track star as he is literally running for his life. He's hiding in a toilet, desperately trying to destroy these plushies while just yelling, burn him, over and over. It is an absolute frantic scramble. Let's quickly break down that rapid-fire final sequence because it was basically flawless execution under intense pressure. He found the crowbar in the kitchen, he successfully evaded both Freddy and Bonnie simultaneously in a terrifying double chase, he managed to dispose of the trash, finally burning those cursed plushie memories, and then, running on pure adrenaline, he made it all the way back to the security office and slammed the door shut just in the absolute nick of time. And the crazy thing? Upon doing this, the in-game map mysteriously changed yet again. The exact moment those office doors close, Solus just lets out this massive triumphant victory cry. Wins in the chat, gang. He actually survived the deleted files. He totally beat the scrubbed 3 a.m. build. Finally catching his breath, he takes a second to review the whole experience. And honestly, despite the broken wrists, the Naruto running, and the absolute tweaking, he gives deleted Project 9984 a perfect 10 out of 10 rating. He notes that the sheer uniqueness of the game, those bizarre mechanics, and the genuine scares made it a completely unforgettable playthrough. Wrapping up the stream, he reminds the Aura Gang, which is what he calls his community, to drop a big fat thumbs up and subscribe. He's super excited because he's actually closing in on a massive milestone of 200,000 subscribers. He even offers to leave a link to the sketchy drive right in the description, assuming it hasn't been completely nuked off the internet yet. Which, honestly, leaves us with one final thought to ponder. Seeing all those glitches, the terrifying double chases, and just the sheer unpredictability of scrubbed internet files, if that drive hadn't been nuked yet, and you saw a README file that explicitly said, "Don't open," would you click the link? Thanks so much for hanging out with me to unpack this wild playthrough. I'll catch you on the next explainer.